Hello and welcome everyone. Today we are going to do the rest of the part of our MCQ series that we were doing. Remember, we have already finished two classes on that, one live class and one recorded class. Today's also I wanted to do it as a live class itself, but we are not being able to do it because of an emergency. But of course, we will finish. I don't want you to wait for it as long as the exam is concerned. So we are going to finish it off, be it a recorded class or a live class. You write me your doubts. Don't worry. I will show you my email ID where you can write to me the doubts and we can discuss those over there. My name is Reshmi Mukherjee, as the channel name suggests, and I am teaching you. Or we are learning basically together. Here we are learning literature and language topics, ICC, ISC, CBSE also. Little not as much as this, but still I believe by next year I can bring more topics for CBSE students also. And the ICC students have their exam very close, knocking at the door. So all of you, you can find the topics explained in the playlists. You can go and revise them from there. If you think that you find one topic difficult, you can check from there. This is the website that you where you can find some written materials. Some of you were asking, you can find the written materials over here. Certain question papers are also given. You can check that. And Telegram channel, this is my Telegram channel. You will find the link in the description box. You can use that to stay connected to my channel. Okay, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. This is a heartfelt request from my end. And important notice about the class starting the next batch. This is the online private class batch that is going to start, which you can join if you wish to learn from me directly, or if we want to join not just in the Telegram, as in the YouTube free platform, but also as my private student. You can join from April itself. Okay, April and May, these will be the only 2 months in which I will accept students. Okay, as long as, because after that what happens is this syllabus starts and then in the middle of the session it becomes difficult. So you join by April or by May, max to max. Take all the rest in the previous months like March and all. So just after your exam, go somewhere, enjoy, and then just after March, from April and May, join and start your classes. Those interested, you can mail me to this email ID, reshmimukherjee24@gmail.com. I have launched another email also. I will share that with you in the within 2 to 3 classes. Mention your class, state, and the number of desired classes. Meaning, if you want two classes, like generally 2 classes per week we give, and if you are interested in more, if you think that you need require more classes, that also you can say, but it depends on the availability. All right. So class, state, and desired classes you are writing. Other than that, these are the class timings. Although there is only the Saturday's class left, after that are Saturday and Sunday both. After that you will have your exam. So the class timings Tuesday and Saturday 9:45. Generally we start from 9:30 itself. Still Thursday and Sunday 8:30 p.m. Okay. So that's all. And the last page that I always share, this is something which is completely free for you because you are one of the students of my channel. So this is a free offer. The question papers or any questions that you find difficult, you can write to me. We can, because exams are very near. So it's not just the papers. If you have single question doubt, that also you can send. I will try to answer them all. There are many doubts, but as many possible I am answering. Okay. So send clear pictures and if possible scanned pictures, PDF, or if you are sending the question paper, the PDF needs to be shared to this email ID. One thing that I want to say is, do not send your answer scripts because I do not have that much time to, I try to do as much as possible for you. But अगर आप लोग आंसर स्क्रिप्ट्स भेजेंगे, आपको तो पता ही है वहाँ पे कितना सारा सब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस रहते हैं. It is completely, I cannot just tell you how much difficult it is for me to correct all of them. I have got 7 papers since last few days. Okay, that the whole paper is sent to me. I understand you want me to correct it, but tell me doubts. Okay, question papers, your answer scripts I cannot correct because if I want to correct it properly, I will require at least 30 minutes. Right, so that I cannot afford. Really, I'm extremely sorry for it, but what else can we do? Tell me your doubts, we will discuss them. Okay, let's move to the questions. Remember, we have done this, we started with this and we already finished act 3 scene 1 scene 2 scene 3 Then here we have scene 4, scene 5. Now when we come to scene 5, last class I made a mistake in question number 6. Okay, question number 5 and 6. I hope it's visible to you. I will tell you where my mistake was. Okay, so where were Lancelot and Jessica? So Act 3, Scene 5, we find Lancelot and Jessica talking. Where are they? They are not in a street of Venice. They are not inside Portia's room in Belmont. In a garden in Shylock's house. Shylock's house is not possible. In a garden attached to Portia's house is the best option. So option number D, we will take it over here. And number 6 also, of course, naturally this is also wrong. Where does this scene take place? In front of Shylock's house? No, Shylock is not our concern over here. Exchange marketplace, not a concern over here. In the court of Venice? Of course not. The garden in Belmont is the correct option, number B. Okay, so these two were my mistakes. I'm extremely sorry for it. Those who have followed that, just verify this one. Okay, just correct yourself over there, 5 and 6. Okay, so we have finished the whole thing. Now we are moving to Act 4, Scene 1. Right? These are the multiple choice questions from Act 4, Scene 1. Let's start. What is the Duke's opinion of Antonio's predicament? Okay. So for option number 1, he doesn't seem to care one way or the other. He's angry with Antonio. He hopes Antonio has to pay the forfeiture of the bond. He feels sorry for him. Of course, he feels sorry for him. Remember, he's repeatedly saying that I cannot stop him from doing what he is trying to do, but I of course feel sorry about you. I tried to talk him against this, but I could not help it. Number 2, what does the Duke say about Shylock's plan when he enters the courtroom? To exact the forfeiture of the bond, not to arrive at court, to accept payment late from Antonio, in the end to show great mercy towards Antonio. Of course, this is going to be number D. In the end, to show, remember, I believe that you are going to show a lot of mercy to this man. You are just holding it to the last moment, and then you will say that, okay, Antonio, I'm not going to take you a pound of flesh, and I will also release you from paying me a moiety of the principal. Remember that part. Number 3. What does Antonio ask the court for? Mercy? No. He says that no, Antonio, I'm already in Shylock's garage, so I don't want to be released because Shylock will not allow that. More time I will, even if you give me more time, I will not be able to manage paying him the money. So I want judgment. Whatever he wants to do with me, let him do, because he is not going to listen to any of our requests. Okay. So if you believe I'm moving a bit fast, you haven't checked the options yet, just pause the video. First answer, then you correct, check whether your answer is correct or not. Okay. Number 4. Acha, one more thing, because one of you I believe saw this almond books. Okay, this is not the book that I have. One of the students have shared this MCQ paper with me. That is why I'm discussing with you. So don't ask me for any kind of books. Okay, I don't have this. Whatever book I follow, I already show you. Okay, I have already shown you. What does Bassanio offer Shylock? He will no longer abuse Shylock at the Rialto if he foregoes the debt to pay the sum back 6,000 ducats Portia. So he offers what? 6,000 ducats, that I will offer you 6,000 ducats if you let Antonio go. How does Shylock respond to Bassanio's offer? I don't care if you continue to spit me in the Rialto. This is not something that Bassanio behaves like. I wouldn't take 36,000 ducats if you offered it to me. Okay, I accept. He never accepted, right? I wouldn't take Portia because she's a Christian. He did not even say this. He said that what kind of husbands they are who are giving their wives to an enemy. Okay, so this will be option number B. I wouldn't take, even if you give me a lot of money, I'm not going to accept that. Okay, so that is what he said. Number 6, who does the Duke call into the courtroom? Bassanio? No, he had already come. Bellario? He did not come because he had said no, that he was sick. Antonio? He was already present. So Balthazar, he was welcomed by the Duke. Portia tells Shylock that his bond is good, but he must show mercy towards Antonio. This he said. Let's see what are the other options. His bond is no good. No, he never said this. He must take the offer that Bassanio. No, must take. Portia has never told. He has no place in a Christian courtroom. This also Portia has never said. So option number A. Okay, that his bond is good. Of course, there is no way to deny the bond, but of course, you can show some mercy, right? Number seven, number eight. Where when Shylock refers to Portia as Daniel, what is he referring to? The New Testament, the Old Testament, a Christian judge, his lost son. So of course this is the Old Testament, because Old Testament was a place where we have both the the Christian and the Jewish people had the same book. Number 9, what does Portia ask after the sentence was passed? That Shylock's bond gets torn up? No. If there's a scale to weigh the flesh that is cut off, let's see, that the court declares a mistrial? No, never. That the court reconsider? He never told that. So option number B is the correct option. Okay. Number 10. What does Antonio hold on to as he prepares his bosom for cutting? Okay. What does he hold on to? What is he, I mean, what does he love the most over here? A Bible? We never hear that. Shylock's bond? No. A crucifix? No, we have never heard of that. Of course, Bassanio's hand. You remember? He was telling that one last time I am saying goodbye to you, and you ask your tell everything about me to your wife, and बोलने के बाद पूछना पोर्शिया को if Bassanio ever had a good friend. Okay, so option number C. Number 11. When Shylock is about to cut Antonio, at that point, what does Portia warn him about? He will be damned if he proceeds. No, she never said anything like this. He should make sure his knife is sharp. How does it matter to Portia? Strike it out. The bond doesn't allow you to shed any blood. Let's see the last option also. Always read all the options, okay? The Christians will surely get him back if he proceeds. He never said anything like this. So, this one, that the bond over here says that you can take a pound of flesh, but there is no mention of a drop of blood, loss of blood, so you should not waste any blood. There should be no blood loss. Okay. Number 12. If Shylock takes any flesh that is more or less than 1 pound, what will happen to you? All these points, what will happen agar blood loss hua? What will happen if less or more flesh is taken? Okay. So nothing. No, of course something will happen. The bond will be torn up. How come that is not possible? Antonio will be allowed to cut a pound of flesh from Shylock. No, that is never happening, because then Antonio would already die. No, how will he be there to cut a pound of flesh? So number B is correct, that he will be executed and his belongings will be taken away by the state. All right. Let's move to number 13. What is Shylock's response to this warning? He doesn't respond at all. Shylock's response? No, of course he responded. Strike it out. I am not concerned. That also means that he's not worried about it. No. I will cut very carefully. He never said this. Last option is, let me just take my principal 3,000 ducats and go. So just initially after, they were talking about blood loss, he said that, give me the 6,000 ducats that you were offering. But that time, Portia talked about this one. If you cut more or less than 1 pound. So there he said that, no, give me my 3,000 ducats, I will go. I don't need the pound of flesh. Okay. 13 we have done. Let's move to number 14. How does Portia respond to Shylock? Portia does not respond at all. No, she responds. Strike it out. Portia begs Shylock. She never begs anything. Very well, then proceed. The bond only calls for flesh. That is all that you are entitled to have. So when he says this one, that give me the 3,000 ducats, my principal money, and I will go, Portia says that no, no money will be given. You had asked for justice. Only calls for flesh. You wanted flesh, and that is what you are going to have. Option number D. Okay. Till here, I believe nobody has any doubt. If you have any doubt, do write to me, okay? If it is my mistake, I will rectify it. If it is your mistake, then I can rectify you why it is a mistake, alright? Next. What is Portia's final surprise for Shylock? Portia tells Shylock that Jessica has married Lorenzo. Final surprise, no? How come it will be somebody's marriage? That Antonio's ships have all come in. This is Antonio's surprise, no? So not Shylock surprised that Balthazar is Portia in disguise. She never said this. He is under arrest for the attempted murder of a Christian. Remember the last thing, that you are an alien, not a Christian, not a Venetian, not a rightful Venetian. So you have tried to harm um, uh, a Venetian over here, a Christian over here, and therefore you will be punished severely. Okay, even your life lays in the hands of the Duke's mercy. Okay, 15 is done. Anything, next question, let's move to what is the Duke's final decision? Duke's final decision, Antonio gets half of Shylock's possessions. Let's read the next. Shylock is free to tear up the bond. No. Both Shylock and Antonio will be, what is this? Will be put in jail together. No. Antonio and Shylock must not do business again. No. So option number A. Always read all the options. Don't think that you are wasting time. Read the options. There are often, very close options. One is better and another one is best. So you have to choose the best option from there. Okay. 17. Once the trial is over, what does Bassanio offer Balthazar? Okay, what does he offer? This is Portia. The 3,000 ducats owed to Shylock to take Balthazar to meet Portia? No. A ride back to Padua? No. To take Balthazar to dinner? No. The 3,000 ducats owed to Shylock just after the trial was over. This is the first thing Bassanio offered. Okay. 17a. Number 18. What are the two things Portia asks of Antonio and Bassanio? A ring and a monkey? Of course, not a monkey. Letter of recommendation, who will he recommend? Okay, so that is also cancelled. A ring and a handshake? No, not a handshake. First Antonio, no? First he asked for gloves from Antonio and then he asked for a ring from Bassanio. So option number D. Right. Number 19. Who tells Bassanio to give Balthazar what he asks for? Lorenzo? No. Cristiano? No. The Duke? Of course not. Antonio was the person who said that he has done a lot for us. हम लोगों के लिए बहुत कुछ किए हैं. इसको ring दे दे. Okay. That is why he gave. Number 20. Who enters the courtroom instead of Dr. Bellario? Bassanio? No. Nerissa? No. Portia? Duke, not the Duke. Portia enters instead of Bellario, Dr. Bellario in the disguise of Balthazar. Okay, so we have finished Act 4, Scene 1, the complete part, and we are going to start the second part of it. No, this is Act 4, Scene 2. This part we are going to leave for the next class, which is Saturday's class. And Sunday you will have a phrasal verb, because that I believe is the most difficult part of all, according to you. We will discuss a phrasal verb exercise. And if you have anything else that you want me to discuss, you have any doubts, I will take a long class. Okay, maybe 2 hours class. If you have any doubts, you can ask me there. Okay, before we end, you can keep sharing me your doubts, okay, in the same email ID that you can see over here, reshmimukherjee24@gmail.com. And if you are sending question papers, you have to send clear pictures and the PDF needs to be shared. Okay, so other than that, you will see the class timings. Now it is high time. Do not miss any class. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, according to the times mentioned over here. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. That makes me immensely happy. And if you want to join my private class, online private class, there is no offline thing, only online. Then it will start from April and it will end in May. Okay, so by this time you can join. You can connect with me from March, whenever you want, but by the end of May that will close, because we will start as a fresh batch and we cannot keep on inducting in between. Okay, so this is the email ID again where you have to write to me. What you will write I have already mentioned. Mention your class, mention your state and the number of desired classes. Okay, website you can check in. This is completely free. You can find Act 4 Scene 1 line wise explanation if you are interested in that. Telegram, and you will find many question papers also, you can check that. And Telegram channel, this is where you can connect with me, and I share the links over there, links of the classes. You will not miss it. Okay, so that's all. Hope to meet you in the next class, Saturday's class. We will continue the same part, finish off till Act 5 in the next class, and then Sunday will be a complete revision. Alright, whatever grammar part, whatever part you have doubts in, you can tell me. Okay, that's all. Bye bye everyone. Thank you so much.